Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is when you're watching this sunshine, however old you are, it's your daddy in Dubai, and it's day 160. What do I mean by 160? Um, Obviously 30 days is a month, and 160 is 5 months, I think. But anyway, it's a significant one because um, on day 161, I'm going to see you, sunshine. I'll be home as you're breaking up for your school holidays, and I said I was going to be there. So tonight is my last night, and look, it's been a week and a half within a week. So many things have happened, ups and downs, and if you're not my son and you're watching this and you're thinking, Dizzy, you never ever have down days. Well, I don't really call them down days. There's days you win and there's days you learn, right? And every day is a school day. And you could say I've learned many things in the last 48 hours. The game of snakes and ladders is the one, right? Sometimes you don't know who a snake is because they just don't reveal themselves straight away. And look, this is part of life. You don't know who someone is really, but they will show themselves over time. And look, the easiest way of figuring out who somebody is based on their actions, right? There's people I've been working with here, and as much as their intention was good, as it seemed, there were ulterior motives. Um, and that's all I'm going to say. Every day is a school day, and people will reveal themselves to you over time. And sometimes you need to let go of certain people, and letting go of people and telling them why you let go of them are two different things, right? Some people just ignore you because they just don't want to talk to you, or they don't have enough respect for you that they can have the conversation. And look, I'm going to have a conversation with somebody about me working with them. I'm not going to say who, because it's not relevant, right? But it's going to happen to you every day in your life as you get older. If you're watching this and you're not my son, you might be in that particular situation yourself, but it takes courage to have a honest conversation. And look, there will be some honest conversations, um, but make sure they're not assumptions, right? Don't assume. I remember Tony Robbins' seminar, he said the word assume, ASUME, ASSUME. If you break it down, it makes an ass of you and me. So don't assume. Ask the person, but get as much information as you can based on the situation. And look, over the last few days, I've asked a few questions, and look, the answers that the person said revealed a lot, especially when I asked them a question that I knew the answer to. I just wanted to see what their response was, right? and then stay true to you. So I've made some really amazing connections and people since I've been out here in the last 160 days. And these are people I will work with for the rest of my life. Some real amazing human beings. Oh, look, the Burj is in the UAE colors. I thought, you know what, on day 160, the night before I leave, I figured this would be a good um, sending off video because they do this every night. I think it happens every 30 minutes where they illuminate the building. You'll probably see an eagle. There you go. The eagle is flying. Can you see it? The eagle's flying and it will fly to the top and then fly back down. There you go. All the way to the top and then fly back down. It's one of those things, right? Um, you can look at your life and you can live in the past, you can live in the present, or you can live in the future. Um, Looking into the past, I guess, is not the greatest thing unless you're going to look at what you can learn from it, right? If you're focusing on what you don't have, instead of focusing on what you do have and focusing on what you have achieved, it's going to bring you into a whole different place. It's going to bring you a different feeling. And then focusing on what you want and who are you being in order to be that person, right? Do you deserve to be the position you want to be in? Everybody can say, yeah, I'd love to be there. I'd love to be here in the future. The question is, what is it you want to do in the future, right? What do you want to do? And the question is, are you willing to become that person that deserves to have the things that you want? Only you know that. Only you know. And look, at the end of the day, you know what's good for you. You know the things that you need to do. So have a think. I got interviewed the other day for a channel called Dubai It People. And Dubai It has now become a verb. And Dubai It means when you do it to the max. I mean, look, that thing there, that's the tallest building in the world. Are they making the most use out of it? Of course they are. Look at that. Every day, every evening, they light it up and it transmits lights throughout the evening, right? Every half hour, you see all the lights and all the glory of it. And some people say, oh, well, it's not natural. Yeah, it's not natural, but it's a dream. It was somebody's dream to build the tallest building in the world. We're sitting right now in a place that used to be a desert. And because it was a desert, don't you think it's quite phenomenal that they've managed to pull this off? Look at that. All of the lights. Anyway, sunshine, listen, I hope you've got something from today's video. Like I said, I don't know when you're going to watch this. I know you're not watching it now because you like Roblox and Minecraft. They're your go-tos, aren't they? You love it. And you're a kid, man. But look, you might be 30 when you're watching this. You might be 50 when you're watching this. Doesn't really matter. And it was funny. Someone commented on one of my videos the other day, yesterday, saying, if you want to make so sure you get loads of followers, um, you should change your editing. And I messaged him privately, and I said, look, if you really were interested in making a difference to what I'm doing, you wouldn't have done it on a public forum, right? You wouldn't have made a comment on my reel. You wouldn't have made a comment on my video. You did that because you wanted everyone else to see. And when I looked at who you had less followers than me, and you were trying to tell me that my videos didn't work, and you wanted me to use your services. But I DM'd him privately and told him, look, direct message me because I could have had this conversation with you publicly, and you would have been exposed, right? But yeah, look, I'm not doing this channel to make money, to get followers. If that happens, great. I'm not editing my message. I'm not editing my videos. All I do is I add captions, and add music if it's a short or if it's a Instagram reel. And I guess, look, over the last since I came home 90 days ago, came back, and there was a more of an opening for us to be able to communicate. It didn't feel as restricted as I thought it was. And the need to message you every day on YouTube became less. And what I figured would be a better idea was to do 1 minute reels, 1 minute shorts via TikTok, via Instagram. And those short, digestible messages were easier to record, easier to post. And look, when you're old enough and you're on social media, your digital daddy has recorded every message every single day. So you can watch my journey, right? And that's the reason I've recorded it. I'm not recording it for any other reason. If anything comes out of that, like the Dubai people wanted to hear my story, somebody else wanted to hear my story. And look, as the storytelling hairdresser, of course, it's relevant because the storytelling hairdresser is one of the things that I will do for free. I'm not doing that to make money. So, Sunshine Boy, your daddy loves you to the moon and back. Signing out from the Burj Khalifa. The light shows happened, and I wanted to I wanted to record the light show whilst I sat here, and I did it day 160, night 160 of Daddy in Dubai. Next time I record one, it'll be Daddy in Manchester.